Hello everyone and welcome to a new, let's call it season of Don't Blame the Movies. With me, even in season 2, is my lovely co-host Nicole.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So, we are basically continuing where we left in the old year, the let's call it let's not talk about it year, because 2020 was not the best year for everyone.
Yeah, maybe we should just say Happy New Year to everybody, by the way.
Yeah, Happy New Year. It's almost February, but Happy New Year. And this is...
It's late, but whatever.
Well, basically, I think in somewhere in the Asian room, isn't there the New Year in February?
Yep, Chinese New Year.
Yeah, see. So, Happy New Year, Chinese area. And we are totally not re-recording this because I fucked something up, something technical.
Yeah, I feel like we've done. I feel like we've done this podcast before. Just saying.
Right, such a déjà vu.
Oh, way to mess up.
But the good thing, the very best thing is, we can explain again. Sometimes Nicole and me, we're doing stupid bets, like about minor things, and the winner has to pick a movie the loser has to watch. And since I am obviously the winner, I picked a movie for Nicole. Don't laugh here, hello.
Go on.
And I picked, of course, I only picked the best movies from our neighbor country, Germany. There's a director who only takes the best actors in the best set pieces and makes, well, not blockbusters out of it, but movies out of it. And I'll cut in a trailer here because I think the trailer is so amazing, so just here.
A dark force threatens to take over the world. There comes a time when we need heroes to champion our freedoms. Cristiano Loken, Matt Davis, with Michelle Rodriguez, Michael Madsen, Billy Zane, Meatloaf Day, and Academy Award winner Ben Kingsley. Bloodrayne. The adventure begins.
And since the trailer revealed it, we're talking about Bloodrayne. So, Nicole, how did you love Bloodrayne?
Oh, I totally loved it. And if you could see my expression right now, it's actually pure eye roll and disgust. It's terrible. It's terrible. And just remember, payback's a bitch. Payback's a bitch. You know I'm going to get you.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see about that.
I'm totally going to win the next one. So,
but
payback.
You better keep your game up because there are 2 more Bloodrayne movies.
No, we're not doing this.
And of course, many movies more from the amazing Uwe Boll. So, what did you like best in this movie? There has been something good.
What did I like the best? What did I like the best?
There was Michelle Rodriguez was in it, Michael Madsen was in it, Sir Ben Kingsley was in it. How can you go wrong from there?
Oh, you can go totally wrong. You can throw in a fake accent, and the only thing good about this movie was the credits.
Ouch, accurately, but ouch.
Yeah, it had great, like a good star cast, but like, what happened? Like, what? No.
Well, to be honest, Uwe Boll...
Underworld's better.
Yeah, definitely. But Uwe Boll is very tricky when he comes to casting people for his movies, because every actor has a schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes actors don't have anything to do for like a month or something like that. So Uwe Boll looked for these actors, like, okay, who is not busy in the next month? Then he waited until, I don't know, 1 week before filming and said, I want you in my movie. And the actor had to think about it because, okay, if I don't star in this movie, I don't earn anything for 1 month, so I better star in this movie. And that's why you have names like Michelle Rodriguez, Sir Ben Kingsley, Michael Madsen, or in other movies, Christian Slater, Tara Reid, Jason Statham, names like this.
It's smart on his part if you think about it.
Oh, I think it's so evil on his part to do that. It's such a shitty move.
Yeah, but like he gets these great names, right?
Yeah, but
like, can we talk about the fake accent? Because I can't deal with that.
Okay, talk about the fake accent.
I can't stand the accent Michelle puts on. No, please never do an accent again. Please don't. You're good with the other stuff, not the fake accent. It doesn't fit her. It doesn't suit her well. And she's like that. She's always that badass in movies, right? And like, I love that badassness of her. But then you throw in this British accent or whatever she was trying to pull off, and I was like, oh my god, no. Did she even have a coach to help her?
I don't think so.
Either way, it didn't work. It didn't work for her. No, the whole movie didn't work. The movie sucked.
But if you watch this movie, just watch Ben Kingsley and you totally see what he thinks about this movie while acting. Because it was so close to refuse working from his part. He was so stiff and wooden and okay, I'm saying my line and that's it. No facial expressions whatsoever.
Very flat. And you know what? I like him. He's an excellent actor. And
if he wants to be.
Yeah.
He didn't want in this movie.
I don't blame him, because did he read the script beforehand? But I always find, like, Bloodrayne's a video game, right?
Yep.
I always find that when they turn video games into movies, they always turn out to be shit.
To be honest, this is only because Uwe Boll started this. Because he bought these licenses from these big name video games like House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, or Bloodrayne. Okay, Bloodrayne is not this big, but you get the point. Far Cry, stuff like this. And then he made shitty movie out of this. And that's why the reputation, oh, it's a video game movie, Yeah.
Well, like,
yeah.
think of the other video game movie that we watched. What was it? Doom? With Carl Urban.
Okay, that was bad too, but yeah. Maybe it's just cursed, I don't know.
But Carl Urban got an 8. No, he got a 10. The movie. What did I give the movie? Hold on.
I think a 4 or 5.
Hold on, I'm going back in my notes to see what I gave that movie. Where are you? Yeah, I got a 4. I gave it a 4, but Carl Urban, I have got a 10.
Yeah, understandable. But
No,
Uwe Boll was not the first one who started with the shitty remakes. Not shitty remakes. Well, shitty
video games.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you're old. You probably remember. But there was a shitty Super Mario movie.
You shut your mouth. I love that movie.
It is so shit.
You shut your mouth. I love that movie. Okay, I grew up on that movie. I thought it was amazing. But I'm sure if I watched it now, I'd be like, "Oh God!"
I just wanted to say, rewatch it now.
Oh God. Okay. What would you rate this movie? Come on.
Even the funny is, Ben Kingsley didn't get along with Michael Madsen because they worked on Species, and I don't know. He said, I mean, it's in the audio track of the Blu-ray I have from Bloodrayne, where Uwe Boll says, yeah, Michael Madsen and Ben Kingsley didn't get along, and Ben Kingsley almost quit when he found out Michael Madsen is playing in this as well. And Michael Madsen didn't want to be there either because he was drunk all the time. You can see it in the fight scenes when he just pushes people away and they dramatically fall over, hurt like I don't know what, and he more leans on his sword than fighting. If you know that he's drunk, it's so much fun to look at it.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even know.
Yeah, you have to rewatch this movie with your knowledge now.
No, I will not rewatch it with my knowledge.
Aww.
Maybe, okay, I will replay it. I'll tell you what, I will replay it when I'm really, really tired and I want some background noise.
You know, I have a way better idea. You do have friends, right?
No.
Okay, you get some friends, and then
I'll get some friends.
and then you tell them, "Hey, I found this cool movie. Let's watch it." And then you put on the movie, and then you watch their reactions. Basically, like I did with you, the best on this movie is the reaction of other people when they react to this stupid shit, like the fucking fake accent, the let's call it the acting in quotation marks of Ben Kingsley, or the drunkenness of Michael Madsen. It's so amazing. That's the only reason I watched this movie.
Oh, well, good then.
And to rate it, I would rate it a solid 6 out of 10.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Just for the entertainment factor. The movie itself, I don't know, 2 or 3 out of 10. But for the entertainment factor, it's a 6 out of 10 because people are so confused by this movie.
I wasn't even entertained. I still gave it a 3 out of 10.
Okay. Very understandable. Very understandable.
And we're not going to go on the sequels either. Okay, so next movie.
Okay, then we will go on to the, let's call it spin-off of Bloodrayne 3, which is called Blubberella. Imagine Bloodrayne just worse.
You're going to lose the next bet. So anyway, let's continue. I have till April 1st. Continue.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about some real movies we watched, like actual good movies. Well, we found out if they are good or not. But let's go to a Rob Zombie movie. I think it was his first movie, House of Thousand Corpses.
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not his best, but I think for his first movie he directed, it was pretty decent.
The only thing I could say about this movie that drove me nuts was Sherry Moon's voice. I thought it was over-exaggerated. It was annoying.
It's like,
I couldn't do it.
It's like in, what was it? I think in How I Met Your Mother, this glass shattering when some illusion gets destroyed.
Yeah. Like,
Since you mentioned it, I noticed it as well, and I can't unhear it anymore. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, because it was funny. As I was watching it, and I texted you about it, and you're like, "Isn't that how her voice always sounds?" I'm like, "No, it's over exaggerated in this movie. It's annoying."
Yeah, it was always this like, okay, Sherry Moon plays this little lunatic blonde ditzy girl, and yeah, but I didn't remember it to be so bad, like so annoying. Let's call it annoying, not bad. Well,
yeah. It was very annoying because I don't remember her voice being like that in the second one. Like, it was still kind of high-pitched, but not as, like, over-exaggerated.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I haven't watched the third one yet, and I probably won't. Maybe one day I will. The only reason why, because I hear such bad reviews about it, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's not the best movie, but for a one-time watch, it's okay.
I do have to say there were some pretty good actors in this. Dwight from The Office, yeah. Rainn Wilson.
Oh, you googled his name this time. Very nice.
Yeah. No, I know it. I knew his name.
Yeah, in the original recording, we both didn't know his name.
I couldn't remember his name. I was like, why am I drawing a blank? And Chris Hardwick was in it, but I'm sure you've watched Walking Dead, right? And you said,
yeah.
Did you ever watch The Talking Dead?
Yeah, I think I watched the first episode, but at this point I got so sick of zombies and The Walking Dead and everything, so I stopped watching.
I know. But the host of Talking Dead was in it, and I didn't even realize it, honestly, even when I watched The Talking Dead, until the one day he mentioned it and he showed his picture, and I was like, oh shit, you're right, he was in Rob Zombie's movie, a young version of him with long hair. So, but like, I don't know, I liked it. Like, but to be honest, like, I'm never really a big fan of like the hillbilly hick movies because I always like these things could happen. And they're like they're cannibals. They're always like cannibals and just, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's actually a funny story. My sister-in-law and I, the one time we were a group of us were going camping and we were driving through small towns to get there, and she made this comment. She's like, because we were pulled over in a small town to get gas, and she's like, I hate going into small towns because I think of the scary movies. And I was like, you're an asshole. Now I think of that every time.
Oh, you're gonna have so much fun once we reach W.
Oh, I believe so.
Yeah,
But
wrong turn.
I'll still watch them though, regardless. You know. But otherwise I still really like this movie. It was very twisted.
Yeah, it was very twisted, very gritty, a little bit gory. It was pretty okay.
Fun fact, Rob Zombie makes a lot of movies, and a lot of them don't even get either released to studios just because the sole fact that they're too gory and too like out there. Like I kid you not, I don't know if you ever saw that trailer. I talk to people until this day. Some people tell me they thought I was nuts. They're like, no, you're losing your mind. You never saw it. I saw it. I know my siblings saw it. My friend saw it. There's other people I know that saw it.
Which one?
So we were out. Okay, so I was watching, I think it was Saw 3. I can't remember fully. Okay. And they had a trailer, a preview for a movie, and it was Rob Zombie's, and it was a remake for Night of the Living Dead. And I remember going, oh my God, that looks amazing. I can't wait till it comes out. And then it like disappeared like nothing happened. So if you Google it, people will say that there are some people that said that they've seen it, and other people write back, you're delusional. That never came out. Like, I remember having huge discussions with people about this. And so it's like the movie disappeared.
I mean, I can remember there is a remake of Night of the Living Dead that came out. But it was not by Rob Zombie, as far as I know.
No. But there was a trailer that for his Night of the Living Dead movie, and it looked amazing, and then it just disappeared. So like I said, this goes with like a lot of his movies don't get made because how brutal they are, right?
Oh, I just googled it, Night of the Living Dead 3D. Maybe you thought it was from Rob Zombie because Sid Haig plays in it.
That's what some people say too, but I was like, no, it was Rob Zombie. If somebody's out there listening to this, prove me wrong or prove me right. Did I see this or am I losing my mind? But then again, I know a lot of people saw it too.
Yeah, of course they did.
But I'm going to throw this out here because we're on like the topic of Rob Zombie and his movies. Actually, one of his movies I really liked, and I know a lot of people don't like, 31. I really, really like that movie.
I mean, it has its up and downs, but I think it's the same like with House of a Thousand Corpses here. It's okay. I don't particularly hate it or love it, but I think for a watch, it's always okay.
Mm-hmm. I actually know, fun fact, when I went to Halloween Horror Nights, they introduced his Rob Zombie did a haunted house there, and it was House of a Thousand Corpses. Oh. And I went through, it was actually pretty cool going through it.
I just wanted to visit some of the awesome haunted houses you have there as well, because we don't really have this here. Just your basic haunting house experience, like in a, I don't know, fair or something like that.
Oh, you get those cheap ones?
Yeah, totally.
But we have our fair share of those ones too. But this one was like a Halloween Horror Nights, like Universal Studios. So like it's bigger, there's more it's it's well lit. You know what I mean? And like there's better props and stuff. It's not like a homemade thing.
I think I can
So
remember you had it on your old Instagram page, some stories you had saved in the highlights or something, where you and a friend were walking around, and I think you even were in a haunted house.
you probably so like when you're in the haunted houses, like to film, you can't because
No, you
it's
just walked out and
it's
you said,
smart.
"Oh, it's so amazing," and yada yada.
Yeah, it is. It was amazing. It was like one of my favorite haunted houses of the night, and we were walking through this scare zone, and it was kind of hard to hear me because there were people running around with chainsaws, and like
Yeah, okay.
the funny thing about that though is if they know that you're not scared, they leave you alone. So it's like it's kind of like, oh, this sucks. Like, come on, you want them to scare you. Like I remember one of the videos I was walking, and the girl like pulled the chainsaw and stuck it out at me, and then all you hear is me laughing really
Yeah.
hard in the background.
Yeah.
And she was like, I give up. And like but then sometimes it's funny to just to sit there and watch because the people that are truly scared, those are the ones they go after, you know.
I think maybe you have to act like you're scared, so you get a full, let's call it scary experience.
I can't do it. I'd laugh so hard. I'd be like, I'm sorry, you did such a terrible job. I'm like desensitized because, you know, I talk once in a while about my work husband, right?
Yeah.
And when I started working with him like years ago, he on midnights, it was his goal to try and scare me. At first, he got me like so many times because he would catch me off guard. Now he tries, and I just look at him and I'm like, good try, buddy. So yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's funny. I watch him scare other people, but once in a while, he'll catch me off guard.
Okay. Yeah, I have to say I'm very, let's call it, sensitive for jump scares, because I don't know why, but I get easily not scared but startled. Let's call it startled. But I'm not scared. I'm just a loud noise or something like that. But that's it. It's just a reflex. Nothing else.
I'll get jump scares and like, let's say if I'm in the movie theater and I'm watching a scary movie and you know it, you're like, oh God, something's coming, right? And then it happens and you jump anyway, and it's all because it's loud.
I just want to say it's just because it's a loud noise and it's annoying and it's shitty.
Yeah, exactly. So but anyway, moving on.
Back to the movie. Fun fact here, because this will show up, I think, at least one more time. Also, I don't know. Yes, one more time. In Germany, there are some, let's call it, rules. Very violent movies cannot be distributed or something like that, or they get a ban, like a soft ban or a really hard ban. A soft ban would be they can sell it in stores and everything, but they can't display it. So you have to go to the counter and specifically ask for this and this movie.
Yeah.
And there are the hard bans, which even selling is illegal. Like for example, I think I Spit on Your Grave, the remake, is still hard banned. Even part 2, I'm not so sure about 3, but I think 3 is not. But stuff like this. And House of Thousand Corpses is soft banned, or was soft banned from 2005 to 2018. Now it's free for everyone. And in this period of time, you only got it if you asked for it.
Well, it's kind of funny because when you were asking me about that, about movies being not discontinued, banned, I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, we don't really have that. Like, they might edit stuff like that, but we pretty much get everything.
Yeah, the fun thing is, I think the Germans are like the opposite of the Americans. Because in America, violence, who cares? But if there's nudity on screen, oh my god, you can't do this. Think of the children in this horror movie. And in Germany, it's the opposite. It's like, oh, look, boobs, a dick, whatever, who cares? But violence, no, ban this movie. So, yeah.
Well, I get that completely.
But it's so weird, because when you're 18 in Germany or Austria, you're an adult. Okay, let's not talk about Austria, because we are cool, you can have everything here. But most movies get distributed in Germany, so there are laws, and we're fucked. And even though when you're 18 and technically an adult, you can't buy this let's call it gruesome horror movies, because Germany says, nope, too hard for you. So this
really?
pretty sucks, yeah.
Oh.
I think, wait, which one? I think the first one. The Slumber Party Massacre is still banned in Germany.
Really?
And you know how old and how cheesy this movie is, yeah.
It is. And you know what's funny? I like that movie.
Yeah, me too. Even though I only saw it in English and let's call it not technically legal. Because, yeah, we don't have it here.
Oh my goodness.
And there are many 80s movies still banned. But we'll get to that later. Because we have one on this list which is not banned but has a weird rating.
Oh, alrighty. Well, let's rate House of a Thousand Corpses.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
I gave it an 8.
That's okay. Then we move on to your favorite subgenre of horror movies. Like this backwoods slasher movies. Hatchet.
Hatchet.
This
That
was
was
the
a
first time watch for you, right?
It was. To be honest, when I saw the trailers of it before, I was just like, it didn't interest me. Because again, it goes with that whole, like, the hillbilly thing. But, like, even though I say I still watch them, but sometimes it's like, if I see a trailer and I'm like, I can push it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, I watched to kind of, like, subside again, or whatever. I watched Wrong Turn, the first one. The rest, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
What? You didn't see the other ones?
I know, isn't that shocking? Anyway,
Yeah,
let's continue
very.
with Hatchet.
They are so good. Yeah.
So, like, it never interests me to watch it. Like, I love, like, my supernaturals. I like my slasher movies. I just didn't really care about the hillbilly.
But this one had your favorite Jason as Victor Crowley.
Yeah, he did Jason X. He did Jason X, okay?
Yeah, see, even better.
We will not discuss that one.
Not again.
But to be honest, I didn't mind it. I actually thought it was decent. I thought it was like a lot of over the top kills, and I loved how we had like the guest star actors in it. I did love that.
Yeah.
You know, you had Robert Englund in it, and
Tony Todd.
oh my god, yeah, and Tony Todd in it, and just like the kills were over the top, like way.
Oh
like,
yes. You should
and
watch
cheesy.
You should watch the sequels because the kills get even more over top there.
Yeah, I probably will. I will at some point.
I'm not so sure about the fourth one. It's just called Victor Crowley. But in Hatchet 2 and 3, there plays Danielle Harris as well, which we all know and love.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry if I'm boring you.
No, I did just work midnights and did wake up not that long ago. So, but yeah, overall, I didn't mind it. To be honest, I didn't. It was.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite, but it was like, yeah, I enjoyed it, and it was cheesy. It was comical.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it doesn't supposed to be one's favorite, but it is a enjoyable watch.
Yeah, it definitely was. It surprised me.
I quickly have to look something up because I'm not so sure anymore. But okay. But you didn't watch like the sequels. You only watched Hatchet 1, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. I just looked it up. Hatchet 3 is still soft banned in Germany.
Oh, lovely.
And to be honest, I think it's the weakest one of them all because, I don't know. It's not the best. But what would you rate Hatchet 1?
6 out of 10.
Oh, that's fair. I gave it a 7.
Yes.
And the second one got an 8, the third one got a 6, and Victor Crowley got a 7 again.
I would give 0, just because I haven't seen the other ones yet. So really, it's not really a rating.
Then we pause
It's-
this here, you watch them, and then we meet once you watch them. And we
No,
continue.
we're not. No, we're not recording this for a third time.
Okay,
next movie.
Then moving on to... it's basically a sad story, this movie. Moving on to Howling.
Ugh.
And the thing is, I think this movie would be so much better if American Horror Story here, American Werewolf in London wouldn't have come out the same year. I think only a few weeks or months later. With so much better CGI.
It is. It's better. The makeup's better. I felt like, okay, when she turns into a wolf in the end, she looked like a kitty cat. Kitty cat.
Yeah.
Like a wild cat. Like a lynx. Like, meow.
Yeah, who's a cute little pussy? No.
Oh my god, I feel bad for your girls.
Why?
Do you say that to her?
Yes. Oh, look at this adorable pussy. Let me pet her. Oh.
Oh my god, this just got R-rated. Take your bedroom talk elsewhere. You weirdo.
You started talking about, let's call it kitty cats in quotation marks.
Whatever, you took it on a whole new level. You weirdo. I'm kidding. To be honest, I was bored with this movie, and I love American Werewolf in, I was going to say Paris, but London. I don't mind the Paris one either, to be honest, but my favorite, obviously, is London.
Yeah, of course, but Paris is like...
It's okay. It wasn't okay. Like, it was entertaining. It was like an updated version, you know what I mean?
But how did you enjoy the Howling 2? I can't even remember the not subtitle, the tagline for it.
In Howling 2?
Yeah.
I don't even remember it, to be honest, because I didn't like the first one. I don't even know if I watched it. I might have.
Aren't there like 3 or 4 Howling movies?
I don't even know, because I thought the kitty cat at the end was like, oh, give me a break. It was boring. I know a lot of people love this movie, though. I'm like, there's better ones out there. Give me Underworld. Give me Rise of the Lycans. I like that better.
Jesus
Howling.
fucking Christ. I just looked
I
up
said then Howling.
No, I just looked up the Wikipedia and there have been 7 sequels to the Howling. What? Who? Why? Where?
And a lot of people like it. You know what? To each their own. It wasn't my bag. It wasn't my cup of tea. So.
Okay, I have to say some movie names are pretty funny because you have Howling 2, your sister is a werewolf. Then you have Howling 3, that's boring. Howling 4, the original nightmare. Howling 5, rebirth. Howling 6, the freaks. Then The Howling, New Moon Rising. And, of course, don't forget about The Howling Reborn.
Oh my
Jesus,
god.
That even
Ginger
sounds
Snaps. Ginger Snaps was better. Doom was better.
No, it was not.
Carl Urban was better.
I thought you wanted to leave the bedroom talk out of this.
Let us continue on.
Okay, let's say you didn't like Howling. I'm not the biggest fan of it, so how did you rate it?
6 out of 10.
Yep, same here. Then let's move on to our next movie, which is called, drumroll, This was like a vibrator, not a drum roll, but okay. Let's talk
Someone
about.
needs to get his head out of the bedroom
Let's
already.
talk about House of House of Wax. Jesus.
House of Wax?
Yep.
Oh, you completely skipped. I thought we were going in order this time.
Nope. I thought I'll do a little randomness to it.
Oh, randomness.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want the new version or that was what you wanted, right? The new version?
Yeah, please.
Because you told me that you loved that movie and you really wanted it.
House of Wax?
Yeah.
I think you're mistaking it with another movie.
No, not at all. You told me that. I'm kidding. I know you hate the original, or not the original, the new one. The
How
original.
can I hate Vincent Price? Hello, what is
You
wrong with
can't. I absolutely love this movie, and I never get tired of it. It's a favorite of mine,
Yep.
to be honest.
Yep.
And I don't know how. You're right. Like, how can you go wrong with Vincent Price? I love Vincent Price.
Yeah, right. And even okay, she's not on it for long, but even Carolyn Jones is in it.
And for those who don't know who she is,
Please leave this channel now.
yeah, Morticia Adams. Come on,
Yeah.
who doesn't know who she is? You
Yeah.
know.
You should definitely know this.
And if you didn't know, Igor was the young Charles Bronson. Death Wish.
A very young.
Yes, very young. But I absolutely love this movie. The whole fire scene, though, I felt bad for him. That sucked because he was like, it was his passion, his love, and then the guy wanted to do like insurance fraud and like burn his love down, and then he becomes this evil person and uses bodies.
Yeah, but to be honest, what I think is more fascinating is the fact that this movie is from 1953.
Yep.
And they tried this 3D effect in this movie, which is so
Oh,
cool
yeah, that's
if
right.
you watch it.
That's right, they did.
I think that's why the remake sucked so much. It had no 3D in it. That's the only reason this movie sucked.
And what was the only reason why you liked it? Oh, yeah, because you watched Paris Hilton die. That's what you said.
That's so cool.
She got the pole straight through her body.
Yeah. I think it was like when she got really popular and annoying, and everyone was like, oh, she dies in this movie. Let's watch this movie.
That's hot. Her catchphrase.
Really? I have no idea.
Oh, she used to say that all the time.
Okay.
She had like a reality show. Her and Nicole Richie.
Wasn't it
Did you ever?
The Simple Life or something like that?
Yeah.
I just remember it was, I don't know, was it 2006, 7, 8, something like this. There was this club we were going, and he had this little lounge bar, like with chill music, not this whoos, 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 whoos. It's more like chill and mellow and cool. And and I remember me and a friend of mine were sitting at the bar.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was that your attempt to make like like club music? I'm sorry. Continue.
Me and a friend of mine, we were talking to this barkeeper, and I still remember he said, because I don't know why, but my friend, she mentioned the Paris Hilton sex tape, and he said,
Yep.
oh, are you here tomorrow? Because I can give it to you. I have it at home. I just copy it and give it to you. Okay, cool, nice. It was so disappointing, to be honest.
Oh, you actually watched it?
Of course we watched it. But it was so blah, boring.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I think she did too. but she did a bad job, so yeah.
That's funny. So it's very vanilla, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really remember it, but I was very blah.
Aw. So moving on.
Yeah, what would you rate this classical masterpiece in 3D?
9 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I give it as well.
Aw. This is why we're great people. We agree on good things, except for Midsummer. Continue.
And Jason X. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But yeah.
Yeah. Because we all know you're wrong. But anyway, what's the next movie? Are we...
We all know I have a much better movie taste than you. But yeah,
Clearly.
let's move on to...
Bullshit!
Okay, let's move on to bullshit. Wait a second. No, let's move on because we have Vincent Price. Let's go on to Haunting on Hill House.
House on Haunted Hill?
House on Haunted Hill. I wrote it down completely wrong. Why?
Oh, you're thinking of that wimpy TV series?
No, that comes later.
No.
House on Haunted Hill. I don't know why, but I always confused the two. Like the Haunting and House on Haunted Hill, on the Haunting in Hill House. It's so confusing.
Because they all have like the haunting, like the same words in it, right? Like house and
Yeah.
haunting in it, in Hill House and whatever.
Yeah.
Again, another favorite of mine with Vincent Price. I loved it. There's nothing you can go wrong with it, and like, yeah, just like I kind of like how it happens in the end and unfolds for him, like ha ha ha, kind of a thing. Like sucker.
Did you even watch the remake?
Oh yeah, but to be honest, I didn't watch it this time, but like I saw it like years ago, and the remake's got more of a like a obviously updated, scarier kind of effect to it, but I don't fully remember it. I didn't mind it, but I remembered. Why?
Oh, just out of curiosity, if you watched it.
I did like years ago. I might rewatch it. Maybe I'm off tonight. Maybe I'll rewatch it tonight.
Yeah, I think it was pretty okay. I mean, it's not as good as the original, but we have to say
No.
that the original, as good as it is, the skeleton scene is still silly.
It is very silly, but like that's what they had to work with, right? Then, right?
Yeah, but
it's cute. It's kind of cute.
It's
I like it.
it should
It's
be
cute.
scary, not cute.
But they thought it was scary. You know what I mean? Because you're looking at when was this made? Like the 1950s, right?
It was 1959.
Yeah. So like they thought it was great for that time because they thought that was scary. Like it scared the actress. I like the little push of the hand into the little water pit with it.
Uh-huh.
It was like a little.
Yeah, and this housekeeper lady, she was a bit. I don't know.
She was creepy. She was creepy.
Yeah, creepy. Let's call her creepy. That's okay.
She was a creepy witch. Like, come on, she would creep me out too. I'm not gonna lie. And like with the new one, like obviously had more scarier elements. Even like when they're like looking in the surgery room and like they see what was it, like the doctor performing surgery, and then like they put the camera down.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden reappears and it, like they spot them. So like that was scary. That was creepy. But I like this one. I think it's cute.
But to stay to its tradition, it too had shitty CGI.
Oh yeah, but then again at the same thing, at that time they thought it was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
No, it was not. I remember when I saw this movie, I still thought, oh my god, this is so shitty CGI.
All right, what would you rate House on Haunted Hill?
But before we go on and rate it, have you watched the sequel of the remake?
No, you're talking about the. Oh wait, yeah, I did the stupid TV series. No, it was dumb.
No.
It was dumb.
Which TV series?
You're talking about the House on Haunted or Hill Manor or something like that, right? That's what we talked about last time.
No, that what you mean is series 2, The Haunting. See,
Is
even
it?
you get confused. Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay, we'll continue on.
I think there is a movie called Return to House on Haunted Hill.
Oh no, I didn't watch that.
Okay, because I didn't either. But a fun fact: House on Haunted Hill, the original from 1959,
Yep.
still has an 18 rating here. So you have to be 18 years or older to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Please tell me why.
Because it's Vincent Price.
And that's why it's 18 plus years. You can't watch it with 16 years.
Because it's still scary. It's scary for its time.
Today,
Oh, look at that.
today
Lip.
is not its time.
Well, it don't matter. Sorry, my dog's giving me the weirdest bulldog lip ever. It is so cute.
It's like you would say, okay, I have no shitty movie. Let's say Troll 2 is still a scary movie because it's 16 years and up, or what's it called at yours? Rated R? I don't know.
Yeah. Or 18 plus or whatever.
Yeah. But how is this movie still rated this high? I don't get it.
Because I don't know.
See,
don't
nobody knows. That's why I give this movie a 9 out of 10. And not a 10 out of 10.
Oh, that's the reason why?
No.
Oh, excuse me. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, remake?
I don't even remember what I gave it last time, to be honest.
I'm not so sure we even talked about it.
Oh, okay. Let's go with a 6.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I'm gonna
6
write
is
that down in case we get screwed over again.
A 6 is fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, then let's move on to Happy Death Day, and Happy Death Day to you.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, my allergies are like kicking in. I like this movie.
You do? That's fine.
I do, but the thing is, I probably would get like her reliving the same day over and over again. I would have fun with it after a while. Like I would do the same thing. I would walk naked outside. I would piss people off. I'd be like, "You were an asshole to me. I'm going to be an asshole to you today, or tell you how I feel today." No, I do not like you. Like I would do it. I would just do it because after reliving, like she relived it so many times, I would start getting frustrated too. So. And see, I would do the exact same thing.
Okay. But there's still one thing that annoys me, and yeah, you know it because we talked about it already, but why do these movies have these weird names for the protagonists? Like Tree. What kind of a name is Tree?
Because it gets you to remember the movie and this character. Because remember, we discussed about the one movie, her name was Cheddar. You're like, I absolutely love this character.
What's the name of the movie?
Her name.
Yeah, see, you remember the character, but not the movie. That's not very good.
But it was a B movie I had to review for that guy. What the hell was that movie called?
Isn't it like
it was so.
They Came or something like that?
Yeah. I did like that movie. It was cute. But what was I gonna say about it? It's just like these names like try to get you to remember those movies and like, but think about it. Celebrities name their kids weird names. Like who names their kid Apple? Coco.
Wait, what?
Like, you didn't know that a celebrity named their kid Apple?
No. Was it Jeff? Was it Steve Jobs' kid?
No, I think it was Gwyneth Paltrow. Was it her kid?
She named her kid
That
Apple?
they named?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why people name what they do. Hold on.
Just
Kid named Apple. Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow.
just think of the kids, for fuck's sake. They get bullied so hard in school. Like, hey, what's your name? I'm Apple.
I know.
What's your name? I'm Orange. Hello, Trump. Annoying
Blue
Orange.
Ivy. Blue Ivy.
What?
That's another name. Coco.
Americans are weird. Yeah, I'd like to have some cocoa, please. Thank you.
Maple. Which I don't mind that one. That's not too bad.
Of
Maple,
course, you're Canadian. Hey, Maple. Syrup.
Oh, shush. Coco was actually named by Courtney Cox and David Arquette. They named their kid that.
Sorry. So basically her name is Coco Cox.
Think about that till now. Oh my god. Northwest.
That poor child. Okay, I think everyone knows that the Kardashians are crazy.
What did you call them?
Crazy. Insane.
No, how did you say their last name?
The Kardashians?
Oh, okay. It didn't sound like that the first time.
What
Anyway.
What do you think I'd say?
It sounded something different. I don't know. Okay, so back to Happy Death Day. But yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a cool, unique name, I guess. Tree.
Yeah, who names their kid Tree, to be honest? Like, what the fuck?
Hippies. Hippies do.
But you see...
Hippies on acid.
You see her parents in the sequel and they are not hippies.
I know, but let me just imagine it, okay, right now? Maybe they were hippies when they were pregnant, okay? You see them now.
Okay.
Maybe they were on acid. We don't know.
But to be honest, I think the sequel is as good as the first one is.
Yeah,
for me
I agree. I liked it.
Because it had its own touch to it. I think it wasn't as much, let's call it horror anymore. It was more like sci-fi
Comical.
with a little bit slasher elements.
Is there supposed to be a third one?
I don't know.
I feel like there is, but then again, it might just be me daydreaming about that, so...
Well, we see about that when it comes out.
Okay, what would you rate the first one?
The first one and the second one are both solid 8 out of 10s.
First is 8 for me, and second is 7, so they're still pretty good.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are we moving on to next?
We are moving... Oh, this is a good one. This was a first time watch for you as well. We're moving on to The Host.
Oh, The Host. Yeah, it definitely was a first time watch for me, and I will tell you what, I actually really liked it.
Yeah, and I think you said you still haven't seen Parasite as well?
No, you know what's funny? I was going to watch it the other night, but I just because it's subtitled, right? So
Yep.
I was like, you know what? I'm not in the mood to just sit and read subtitles. I have to be in that mood. So I was like, I'll save it for another night.
Okay.
But I absolutely loved it. I felt the graphics were a little bit cheesy.
Yeah, they
give
were
it
not
that.
the best. but
No.
the movie itself, it was awesome.
It was good. The whole storyline, everything, the concept. And I thought it was funny because it was they're talking about this virus and they're all wearing masks and they have to contain it. And oh God, it's COVID.
Yeah, and I think the movie was from 2006 or something like that, so they knew what was coming.
Yep. They knew. But I absolutely loved it. I thought the whole concept of it was good. I feel bad for him though. Because he was trying to find his daughter and just
Yeah. But I just thought of it. Was it your first movie of Bong Joon-ho?
I think so.
I think the next movie he did was Snowpiercer.
I saw that.
I think Chris Evans?
Yeah, I did see that. But you know what's funny? When I watched it, I was tired, so I fell asleep.
Wow. Wow.
I'd have to rewatch it.
Wow.
I know.
Jesus.
And you know what's funny? Remember how I was like, hey, so apparently I own the host.
Yeah.
I didn't know. You know what's funny? Because my other work husband, apparently I have two people tell me that at work. he gave me a box of movies and the host was in it and I didn't even know.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
enjoyed
you
it.
enjoyed it. Because
Yep.
with all the shitty Asian movies we got lately, it's good to see a good one.
It was pretty good.
So what would
But
you rate?
that was
Hmm?
What would I rate it?
Yeah, but
8 out of 10.
yeah, same. But what did you want to say?
Oh, I was gonna say that same day I showed you a bunch of other movies, and you're like, "You have a lot of weird movies." I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah.
these were given to me, so I wouldn't."
I mean, I
Sorry.
recently discovered a short movie on Amazon Prime called Nazi Sharks, which is like, what the fuck?
What?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 6 minutes long or something like that.
Oh my god!
But why?
I feel like I want to watch this now, just to say that I watch Nazi Sharks.
There are so many
Oh.
questions. Why?
Oh, he also did I'm probably not saying it right. Oksha?
Yeah.
Aksha? How is that one
I
pronounced?
have no idea how it's pronounced.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
It's heartbreaking. It's a lot. You know, a lot of people after they watch this went like vegetarian or vegan, and like I kind of get the whole concept of it because it's like, oh, I love the movie, but I won't watch it again because it's like this girl who has like this weird. I don't know. Do you want me to tell you now or explain later?
Let's explain later.
Okay,
But
continue.
yeah, like I wanted to say, if you watch Parasite, really be awake and fit for it because it's a very clever movie and it demands your attention.
He does have a lot of good movies, though.
Yeah,
He's a pretty good director.
I have to say I was so happy when he got his Oscar for Best Director because he so deserved it for this movie.
I definitely I need to still watch it, so I'm writing that down. Parasite.
Yeah, and write down The Lighthouse too.
Fuck you. I own that one too, apparently.
Oh, so many good movies. That's awesome.
I own Lighthouse too.
You
It's in my
have
collection.
such a good taste in movies.
I don't know how it got in there.
Because you bought it because you like it.
I don't think I bought that movie.
Of course you did. You're just afraid to admit it that it's awesome.
Okay, what's the next movie?
The next movie is another awesome movie called Hellraiser.
What?
What?
You don't think it's awesome?
Nope, I don't think. Well, the first one is kind of an enjoyable watch. But
You know what?
yeah.
For me, I never really. Okay, so like I love like the makeup. Like the makeup is so well done on all of them, and it's creepy looking. But to be honest, like after I watched the first one, I was like, it was okay. But then when more came out, I was like, I never really watched it. Never really cared for them. You know what I mean? I just never like. Pinhead's makeup is amazing. It's
Yep.
like so detailed and just they all are, and like, but it was just something I never really cared for, to be honest. The
Yeah.
franchise.
I think I watched the second one, but I quickly noticed, yeah, that's not for me. I mean, I liked it that Pinhead got more screen time and got more prominent. But Hellraiser was this series I was like, yeah, Pinhead is cool, but I wouldn't watch a movie of them anymore because blah.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people love this, and like I'm probably gonna get like a lot of, slack for it or whatever you want to call it.
Deserved,
But it just
yes.
it wasn't. it was just something that I was like, I don't really care for it. But I still love like the makeup. And when people do makeup designs or drawings of it or artwork of it, I'm like, it's really cool because, they put a lot of hard work into it. But it just,
Yep.
because I even, to be honest, I even wanted to do the makeup look on me. And I like planned it out. And like, it's so much work that you have to do and so much detail. And it's like, it's beautiful, but I just didn't care much for the series, like the whole franchise, not series, franchise for it.
Yeah, but
So
I think the CGI and the gore was pretty good.
it was good too. It just, like I said,
But the
maybe one day.
the storyline is like, okay.
Yeah, it was okay. But I think still one day I will probably do that makeup on me. One day. Even all the other guys too. I'll try it at one point.
I'm looking forward to this because your makeup is amazing.
Thank you. I have to
Welcome.
I have to have a lot of time for that one though, because
Yeah,
I know it's not going to be like an hour to 2 hour job. It's going to be a long, long day because some makeup looks can take up to 8-9 hours.
Jesus.
And
Wow.
and I think that one's going to be a long one just because it's like measuring, make sure it's all even. It's just like it's all like so yeah. But anyway,
I get this.
what would you rate this movie?
It's so tough because it's, like I said, I like Pinhead or the Cenobites in general. I like the gore, but the storyline was like meh.
Meh. Yeah.
So I'll be nice and generous and give it a 7 out of 10.
I will give it a 7 out of 10, but for makeup, as like makeup and like gore wise, I would give that a 10 out of 10 because I actually loved it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're talking about the movie and not only makeup and gore, so
yeah. So like 7 out of 10 for the movie itself, but for the all the other stuff, 10 out of 10. So anyway.
Okay, cool. Then let's move on to the prequel of Midsommar called Hereditary.
I love this one.
I know everyone loves Midsommar.
No. You know what? I think I'm going to do another poll on my Instagram today about which is better. Okay. We're going to go, is this another bet? Is this another bet? Let's do it.
No, I mean, that's not hard. As much as I love Midsommar, but Hereditary is definitely the better movie.
I'm sorry, my jaw just dropped.
No, it's like, let's say Midsommar is a 10 out of 10, then Hereditary is a 10 out of 10 plus.
Midsommar is a 4 out of 10.
You are a 4 out of 10. Shut the fuck up.
I love Hereditary. I love the whole like
Midsommar franchise.
The darkness. Shut up. The darkness, like of it, and I I felt so bad for him. You know what I mean? Like that's like a traumatic experience. Like you are trying to get your sister home because she's having an allergic reaction, and then that happens to her. Like he just leaves her head there and leaves her body in the car, and then like doesn't say anything.
Wasn't he stoned too?
I think so. He was, and I think he was in shock. He was just like,
I mean, of course.
Her noise, she did very well at that noise, and it's just like But the one noise that I hate in this entire movie that always makes me cringe is the mom cutting off her own head, the back and forth of the wire, and then her head hitting the ground and rolling. That's the only. I'm like, oh my god. And it's funny. I actually I watched this movie with one of the work husbands, and after it was done, we kind of just looked at each other. We were like, "That was a really good movie. Did you want to put on something light right now to like lighten the mood?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean here, because I felt the same.
Yeah.
As good as that movie was, the story was a little bit, let's call it, heavy.
Yeah, it was heavy.
And I was so happy this movie exists because it has no jump scares, or like
No.
not traditional jump scares. It's like when I can't even remember her name. What's the little girl's name?
The actress or
no,
like
the
her character?
character.
Let me look it up because I can't remember either.
Annie? Was it Annie?
No, Charlie.
Charlie. Okay. When
Annie's the mom.
okay. That's
And
right.
I love Toni Collette, by the way.
Yeah. It's like, let's call it. It was like a jump scare when her head got cut off by the telephone pole or whatever it was.
See, when I went into watching this movie, I didn't watch a trailer. I just wanted to watch it, didn't know what to expect. And then when her head got hit by the pole, I remember like my jaw dropped. It was like, did that just happen?
It came so out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like, did that just happen? This poor girl.
And that's what I mean with it was an effective jump scare because you were not prepared for it. It was not a loud noise just to startle you. It had a real effect. It was like, okay, something bad happened here. Like, what the fuck?
It's pure shock value.
Yeah. I think when you watch the movie, you all look like he did when he stopped the car and just sat there and stared into the darkness of the night.
I don't know what I would do. I think in that situation,
no,
like
I mean,
we all
in the cinema while watching the movie, you are still the same reaction. You're like, okay, what just happened? What the fuck?
But honestly, think about it. Like, what would you do in this situation? Like, you're sitting there and like you're in shock. Like, oh fuck, my sister just died. Like, would you call the police or like you don't know if you're not in that situation? It was just like, like I just killed my sister, but really you didn't. It was her stupidity by putting her head out, so it was a freak accident.
Well, she put her head out because she couldn't get any
breathe.
Exactly.
Because she was having a severe allergy attack.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
So I kind of understand it, but yeah.
And then like the whole scene where he's in class.
Oh yeah.
Where he's just like all of a sudden it's like he's getting his head bashed on the desk and everybody's like, what? And so
But fun fact, did you notice there on the pole where her head got well, not cut off, but yeah, there was this little symbol of the of the cult of the grandmother.
But you know what's funny? I don't remember because it's been a while since I watched it, so I have to rewatch it to see that.
Yeah, it's like you didn't really notice the first time, but I watched I don't know which a YouTube video it was, like talking about this movie or reviewing this movie, I don't know. And they said if you look very closely, there are so many hints about this little cult hidden everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I'm going to have to rewatch it.
Yeah. But like I said, I really liked this movie because it was scary for the right reasons. It didn't need to jump scare me to scare me. It was scary for the sake of being scary, and nothing else. It was pure atmospheric scare. So I really love this movie. Like I said, it's a 10 out of 10 for me.
And yeah, it is a 10 out of 10 for me. And I'm gonna do a poll today. Which movie's better?
Yeah. I mean,
which, by the way, that poll I did the other day on Halloween Resurrection, I could not believe it. I was shocked. It was so close.
Yeah, if you are a follower of Nicole and participated in this poll and clicked the wrong answer, shame on you.
There was 2 people who messaged me and they're like, I can't believe it. I hit the wrong button. I want to be against it. I did not like that movie. And then like some people that really liked Halloween Resurrection shocked me that I didn't think would like it. I was like, oh wow. I was like, really? Like shocked. I'm not going to name names, but like to each their own, right? Everybody has their own opinion on movies. But like, I'm not going to shame people for it. It was shocking, but
Yeah.
so I'm going to do another poll. I'm going to do one today once we're done.
I did a poll as well, just for fun, because I saw the results when I voted, and I was like, "Oh my god, you have so fucked up followers."
You know what's funny though? Like, majority of your followers didn't like it, so you had like a high rating, whereas like mine, I was like, "What the hell? Why is mine so close?"
Yeah, and the few that liked it,
And we have a lot of,
I immediately unfollowed them because Jesus.
and
No,
like,
no, I
okay,
did not.
no, you didn't. You didn't.
No, I did
But
not.
then but think about it. Listen, Linda, listen. But like, we have a lot of the same followers, so it's kind of funny.
But mine are cooler. And have the better movie taste, apparently.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
Like I said, 79 to 21. Haha. And what have you? 54 to 46. Ooh. Close.
All right, let's move on to our next movie, jerk.
Okay, let's move on to... Oh, yeah, we still have the movie I chose for this podcast. It's called High Tension. And it was another first-time watch for you. So, tell me why you love this movie.
Why I love it?
Yep.
Honestly, I was not expecting it in the end, to be honest. There was like it was like a crazy twist at the end. I was not expecting it. It was pretty gory.
Oh, yes.
The only thing I didn't really like about it, and we all know this is true. What don't I like? What happens in movies?
When the dog gets hurt or killed.
Yeah, that was the only part I did not like.
Yeah, nobody likes it.
I was like, no. But I absolutely still love this movie. It was very like twisted, and I wasn't expecting what it was.
But to be honest, the twist at the end kind of put on some plot holes. Like the car chase scene made no sense for me then. Because how?
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, it's okay, but I just wanted to ask, how is it possible when the killer and her are the same person? It's like, what? How?
There was like a lot of... Hey, get out of there. Sorry. My dog was going in my work bag. And I got like masked in that in there. Anyway, so what I was going to say. Yeah, there were some parts, there was like plot holes. Like, I didn't understand. Like, see, Dexter agrees. There's some plot holes I didn't understand too, because it, like, the whole, like you said, the car chase scene, like, what? I didn't get that. Like, how did that happen? Or with their car flipped over, or you know, like, there were just some scenes I was like, huh? Wait, what? Like, so otherwise, I absolutely loved it.
Okay.
So yeah, there was like, I don't know, there were several plot holes that I found were like,
well,
wait, what?
Yeah, they came up once you finished the movie. Once you're like, oh, okay, cool twist. Wait a second.
And like, it was kind of funny because like, my work hubby was like looking for a movie to watch yesterday, so I told him to watch that one. He wanted something with a good twist. And then I was like watching my own movie, and I kept looking over, and he's like, "What, are you rewatching again?" I was like, because I wanted to see, like, did I miss things, like plot, like holes? Like, I was like, because I'd see a certain part, and I was like, okay, I need to rewatch that car chase scene again. Like, like, did I miss things? Like, you know, but like, I don't know how they did what they did. Like, that whole, like, how did that whole car chase scene happen? Like it was all in her head.
Yeah, like I said, this was one thing that didn't really make sense.
No, it didn't. But I still really liked it.
Yeah, same. But it was, let me think, the first movie I bought from the new French Extremity. That's the whole sub-genre of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very hard to get because this movie still got a hard ban in Germany. So you only have Little Austria, and they only distributed like, I don't know, 600 copies or something like that for every German-speaking customer, and there are quite a lot. So I had to dig very deep into the smallest, littlest stores, and I found one copy, and I paid like 60 euros for it. It's like, I think it was around 90 Canadian dollars.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ouch.
it was quite expensive.
Why?
Because I couldn't get this movie otherwise.
Okay. But still. Ouch.
Oh yes, very
Okay,
ouch.
but if you really like it, right? I get it.
I mean, I didn't know I like it because I only heard it is awesome and everyone should buy it, but since you couldn't watch it anywhere because it was banned, there's only buy it and love it, or buy it and resell it if you don't love it.
It's true. It's very true.
So,
But
yeah.
you loved it. So.
Oh yes, and let me think about it. I think it was also your, let's call it, first real entry into the new French extremity as well, because I think the others you haven't seen, like Inside or Martyrs.
No, which will be coming soon, I believe.
Yeah, Inside will be coming very soon.
I believe that's your pick.
Oh yes, you can bet on that.
All right, what would you rate this movie?
Because the twist at the end like pulled me out a bit.
Yeah.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
What did I give it? Hold on, let me pull it up. I gave it a 9 out of 10 too, as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Then let's move on to the movie you picked for some reason. This movie is called The Haunting, and it's not the amazing original. It's let's call it the remake.
That was funny because when you asked me about that, I was like, I picked The Haunting. You're like, OG or remake? No, you said, oh, what, the remake? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then, because I think I was doing something at that point, and I was like, no, wait, I'm doing the OG. And you were like, no, too late. I put it in. I put the original, the new.
That's not how this conversation went down. You said, yeah, the haunting. I said, OG or me? Remake. And you, yeah, remake. What the fuck is wrong with you? You let me my movies. And you almost started to cry.
He's such a liar.
So I thought, okay, then let's do the remake if you're such a big fan of it.
You know what's funny? People who actually know me know I don't have a heart, so for me to cry is rare, unless a dog dies.
Yeah, it's no, it's not like crying. It's more like, oh, you're so mean to me. You just me because I like this and you don't like it. You only like Catherine Zeta-Jones in it because she's hot, but the movie is shitty, and leave me my shitty movies I like.
Yep, that seems about right. Oh, but you said you absolutely loved it because of Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, I absolutely love Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's right.
And you even posted about it. You're like, that's why I like this movie. I'm like, you tool.
It's like Catherine Zeta-Jones in this movie is like Karl Urban in Doom for You.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Yes.
No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. And I forgot Owen Wilson was in it.
Yeah, to be honest, that's another thing. I couldn't take this movie seriously with Owen Wilson and his voice in it.
Wow. Wow.
Wowie.
But yeah, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, and compared to the original, Liam Neeson wasn't, well, as good either.
I like Liam Neeson. You leave him alone.
Yeah, I like
He
him. I
has it.
just told him
He
he's not
has,
good in this.
but he has a particular set of skills that he can find you.
Uh-huh.
Yep, if need be, he can. Oh,
I will
freaking
find
love
you,
it.
and I will kill you.
Okay, what would you rate this movie?
Definitely. Well, let's talk about the OG first. I love the OG so much more because, fun fact, the OG Haunting is my favorite scary movie of all time.
And you didn't pick it?
Nah, because you picked the fucking remake. So the OG gets a 10 out of 10. Catherine Zeta-Jones gets a 10 out of 10, and this one gets a 6 out of 10.
10 out of 10. And she's okay.
Oh, she's so hot. I mean, she's no Kate Beckinsale anymore, but still. Oh.
She's pretty.
I just
For
repeat
acting
myself.
wise, for acting wise though,
Yeah, like you would pick Carl Urban because he's such a great actor.
oh, he's amazing. Have you seen Boys? Anyway, I give this movie 7 out of 10.
I was a boy once, but okay. Okay.
I meant the. But you did forget one movie, by the way, that was on the list.
No, wait, I'm still not done because we still have the Netflix TV show Horse on Haunted Hill this time. Wait, I wrote it down.
No, it's
Haunting
of
Hill House.
Hill Manor.
Hill
yeah.
House.
I didn't like it.
9 out of 10.
No.
Yes.
No.
And
6 out of 10.
Bly Manor gets an 8 out of 10.
6 out of 10. And I didn't watch Bly because I started watching it and I was bored within the first 5 minutes.
Because you're weird.
Very much so. But you did forget a movie.
Yeah, let's talk about Hocus Pocus. We talked about this in our Halloween special. Watch the Halloween special. Thank you, good night.
I'll just give my rating a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I can't remember my rating, but yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Sure, why not, he says. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah, that was it. We talked about the movies. We talked about sexy Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Carl Urban.
He was not in this movie.
No.
Yeah, right. Special mentions. Do we have special mentions we want to talk about?
About?
With the letter H.
Oh, yes. So we didn't talk about Halloween at all.
Well, because we are doing a special, duh.
That's why. Because we figured Michael Myers deserves a whole podcast on his own, just as much as Jason did. And we'll probably do the same thing with Freddy Krueger, right? I'm thinking so.
Yep.
We'll do. So that's why we didn't pick those movies. So... And that's it. Was that the only thing that we wanted to mention? Because that's going to be our next podcast, right?
Yeah, I still
Halloween.
Yeah, and I still am very surprised, to be honest, that no one mentioned Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, I was actually waiting for that one, and no one mentioned it at all. And the original was good. The remake,
It was not as good as the original, but still enjoyable to watch.
It was. Again, it goes with that hillbilly thing for me, though.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah.
Is there another movie with H we forgot?
I'm sure there is, and I'm just like drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, same. Probably a House in something, or House on, or House off.
Or Haunting of something.
Haunting of Sharon Tate. Oh no.
I'm sure, there's plenty of those.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
Yeah, I just want to say that's it. That means the next podcast will be Halloween special, and then we move on to the letter I.
And hopefully this one actually recorded, because to re-record this for a third time.
Well, probably this time your voice gets recorded and mine didn't. So I can maybe mix it together from the old recording.
Why I laugh so hard? Because you text me and you're just like, I can't believe this. I'm so upset. I'm like, for what? You're like, it only recorded my voice and not me. And then I just started laughing and I just like, that's hilarious. Well, like, you should just post it. It'd be a whole one-sided conversation.
I think my actual text was like, fuck.
I think it was.
Oh, and then it was so upset.
And we were supposed to re-record this like an earlier date, and I think I'd work midnights and I didn't sleep well. And you're just like, we can reschedule. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, because there's no point to record it when you're sleepy, because we had this one time and it was very one-sided as well.
Yeah, it was.
I think you fell asleep in the, I don't know, at the end, or almost fell asleep. Dozed off quietly.
It was right after my shift. That's why.
Yeah. So. That's why we always have this rule now. When your shift ends, you go to sleep, and then when you wake up, we record
it. This is true. Alrighty.
Okay.
Well.
Our bet we have running goes until April 1st. This means our next Uwe Boll movie will come probably after that.
I don't think so. I think I'm going to win this one. I know I will. And then we have a bet going on. Yeah, that we just picked during this podcast. So I'm going to post it right after this podcast to see which one wins.
Okay,
and Hereditary is going to win. Hereditary is going to win.
Then I think we have a third bet.
Yeah, we do.
Wow, 3 bets. 3 Uwe Boll movies. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this.
Be prepared to lose, sir.
Well, I'm almost certain 1 bet I will win, 1 bet you will win, and 1 bet, well, the Hereditary bet is not really a bet because I already told you Hereditary is better, so it doesn't count. Choose a new bet. I'm
gonna win because the name of the game is I win.
Oh, that's why I win this often. Oh.
No, nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're just rambling on. It's just a daily discussion for us. Yes, no, yes, yes.
I think we had this in another another snippet I posted on Instagram too. So like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because you said you were always right, and I
yeah.
said, no,
yeah.
And it was like,
no,
Nope.
Ah,
so,
yeah. I'm so happy we didn't change in the new year.
Still the same. And Jason X still sucks anyway.
Jason X is so much better than Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And of course the original Friday, like, how can we forget this one?
You're cruising.
You're cruising for a bruising.
You're lucky you live so far away.
Yeah, I know why. It's called safety distance.
But to be fair, I'm not a violent person, but I'm about to be.
Didn't you mean a boot?
We don't say that. You are cruising.
Oh, totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Alrighty, well, I think we need to end this podcast with I win all the time. And until next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.